You've got to the quarry at on on the Serpent Spur Mountain, Serpent Spur Peak, where Blagothcus, the cloud giant, was being held. And there you defeated in combat. You took down various goblins and wolves and ugly giantess woman, um, cursed with a rotting arm, called called Agnetha, and you went to release the captive Blagothcus, but found that he was under some kind of enchantment. And pooling your knowledge, the three of you, Bale, Claire, and Diggory, you, whilst talking to this cloud giant who thought he was the strongest hill giant, you came to the conclusion that he had been enchanted with a powerful magic called Feeble Mind, but you decided to try and provoke his memories to see if to use your magic and all your powers and provoke his memories using the wedding ring that his wife Esclarota had sent you, describing his well, how would you like to do you remember anything about this cloud giant's family, his home?
I remember that his wife given us a ring at one time.
Yep. Yes.
And that was like engraved with his writings within like or something like that.
A wedding ring. It was a wedding ring that he gave her
Yes.
when they wed,
Yes.
made out of the thigh bone of a dragon.
That's right. And I know that he has a daughter that's been wandering around looking for him.
Yes, you met that daughter,
Yes.
Guadalupe, one of his three daughters.
Yes. So all I know is that's the items that's all I remember is from what I can remember.
Diggory and Bale had been trying to provoke his memories, trying to drag him back, but he was getting more and more upset. Vaguely, they seem to occasionally vaguely ring bells. What they were saying, while you, I ran your character last time, so Claire, you cast the Bless spell, which would give him an extra plus D4 on saving throws, and Diggory had used his bardic inspiration, giving him a D6 on his saving throws. But with Feeble Mind, he has -5 total. So, and it was cast by a very powerful spellcaster. So the DC is very high, and you've got one last chance, Claire. So tell me what you say to this hill giant to try and provoke his deeply in it, to enable him to make a saving throw to throw off this enchantment.
Okay, so is he really, really, really angry right now?
He's getting he's upset and angry and saying, "Stop it! You're confusing me. You're trying to confuse me."
So I wish to cast Calm Emotions on him to settle him down.
Are you dropping the Bless spell?
Yeah. Well, yes. I dropped the Bless spell, and I wish to calm him down to settle him down. I say I'll put my hands out like in a very peaceful manner. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Not like not to be threatening in any way, and I like back away very slowly from him. Yeah. And like
tricking me.
And I ask him to settle down calmly and and like to take deep breaths in slowly.
Have you already cast your spell?
Yes, yes.
Okay. It's a charisma saving throw.
Yes.
And a creature can choose to fail this saving throw if it wishes. I'm going to. It's already got fairly upset. I'm going to give you a DC 20 persuasion. If you make your persuasion, it won't resist. Try and resist the spell. Otherwise, it will.
All right. Wow.
DC 20 persuasion. This isn't for the spell to work. This is for him to resist it. Try and resist it anyway.
Oh, okay. I'll try. I mean, I'm being very passive with him.
Yep. But he's already been pushed because they've been trying to break this spell. It's the only way they can see to.
Okay, so I failed. I got 13.
Okay, so he tries to. He feels your enchantment and instinctively tries to resist, and
he has to pass a wisdom. Well, my wisdom is 15, so he has to do a charisma saving throw, I'm guessing.
Yep. So.
Oh, bloody hell. Okay. Alright, and he resists me.
You are confusing me with your words. Oh, you could have used that roll yourself. Are you going to cast another bless spell, or no. He's about to attack? He's about to attack. What would you like to do? Would you like to give him another saving throw? Use your inspiration to try and give him a saving throw, or would you like to battle him?
I like to still trying to calm him down with another chance.
Roll initiative.
Okay, because I'm being very passive right now.
Yep. But they've already driven him to the brink. Everybody roll initiative, please.
I got 12.
You see him begin to stand up and grab at his club. So, Claire, you're the first to react. Your spell has failed, and he looks as though he's about to. He's just shouting, "Shut up!"
I'm gonna try again and see if I can persuade him to like I hold out the ring, like the ring that his wife gave me, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that might give him some sort of. And I even mention his wife's name. I say, "Behold your wife's ring. Look at it, and be calm, my good friendly giant, for she has missed you, and she loves you." And
a look of anguish comes over his face. Would you like him to make a saving throw now,
yes.
Without your bless spell, or without your bless?
I'm gonna cast bless, so he gets 1d4.
Okay. You can make this roll. You get a d20 roll. If you want to use your inspiration, it's at advantage.
Please.
And you get a d6 bardic inspiration from Diggory, and you get the d4 benefit of your bless spell.
And what do I need to get? What's the DC?
19.
19.
Can you roll it in
sure.
roll 20?
Sure, hang on. So we do this.
You can just roll 2d20 and then the d6 and d4.
Oh dear. Well, the first one didn't do that much. I might roll it separately. So
and and to be honest, it's got a -5 adjustment.
Oh, bloody hell.
Because he's feeble-minded, so you need to roll really high.
So that's the
15. You need to roll high on the d6.
1d6. And then a 1d4.
19. You're not going to get it.
1d4?
23. 23 minus 5 is you've got an 18.
Plus my d4.
Oh, sorry. No, you didn't get it. Oh, I thought the 4 was a d4. So no, it's even less than that. So he finally it fails, and he moves into attack.
Fine.
But Bale, you're the next to react.
Bale will say, holler at him, and tell him, if you're such a great giant, and if you're so strong and so powerful, but yet you can't remember your family and you think you're just a puny hill giant, try to catch me as I go to slaughter your family. And what Bale will do is he's using basically the speech as a free action.
Yep.
And he will go ahead and it's disengage, where you get the heck out of Dodge.
To be honest, you're not already engaged, so you can just turn and dash or dodge as you're moving.
Yeah, dash then.
Okay. You dash away. What's your move? 35?
Let's see here. Let me double check, because leveling up there to 8, I think may have. Let me see here on this sheet. Where the heck's the move? Typically, it would be 35.
Yeah.
But
you might have got an extra or something.
Yeah, for that. It's still showing 35 on my sheet, so that's what I'm going to go with it. As far as that, I know since I've been playing the revised Ranger and like that, there's a couple things.
Okay. So you start sprinting away from him. Do you want to move further down the base of the quarry away from him, or would you like to start climbing up, following the walkways up the side?
No, I'm going to go down because that's going to give me momentum.
You're already at the bottom, but moving away from him at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, moving away. I'm going to move as fast and far as I can.
To be honest,
the land stride will forego any difficult terrain.
Yeah, it would be. There's a lot to dodge in and out of here. There's a lot of barriers, but being a ranger, you can sort of manage it. But at the most, you can get back to the other end of the quarry, end of the base of the quarry.
That's fine. Whatever's good with the DM is fine with me.
So he roars in irritation. You sort of nip through the hut that was. There's a sort of makeshift wooden hut with burning charcoals outside. The dogs are all. The dogs have scarpered. Actually, they scarpered a while back, and you nip to the other side over bones and things. And the giant lets out a shout, and he picks up one of the boulders. He breaks a boulder off the side of the cliff and sends it hurtling towards you, Bale. But he's at disadvantage here.
All right.
So he misses.
God. Yes.
Misses. In fact, let me just quickly roll a d20 for. He as he breaks off the rock from the side of the quarry, he breaks off a huge cloud of dust, and dust gets in his eyes, and he's blinded temporarily. And he swings out blindly. Also, at he picks up his He picks up his pick and swings it at Claire, but he's blind, so this will be at disadvantage as well.
Okay.
Which is a good thing because, yep, he misses. Right. In fact, I'll just roll again to see what happens with his second second blind roll. Okay, and he slips and falls. He's prone in front of you now.
Okay, so he can't make another save again at all.
You're not sure. You don't know how it works.
And I wish to go up to him as he's prone.
But you know Bale tried lesser restoration and that failed.
Okay, I wish to go up to him, walk up to him, and touch his foot or whatever, leg, whatever, and cast Remove Curse.
Okay. Let me just quickly check.
I don't know.
Describe the action.
Okay, so like Claire, she like sees that he's struggling to trying to remember something, or she thinks it might be some sort of curse that he has on him, or some sort of between going on. She knows that she hasn't got enough power to completely do a very powerful spell, but at least you can try to like remove some sort of condition from him, maybe to like help him in his situation. So she holds on to her, she grabs her holy symbol in her hand, which is a round disc, and like sort of like touches his leg, burning his skin, like "Be gone, foul curse!" And he goes as it burns into his skin. as I try to evoke the light of memory into him.
Okay. Charlie, what would you like to do? Having got a distance away, you hear the giant still shouting.
So does it? I don't know if it has any effect on him or not. But,
you'll know on his turn. Unless, is there anything else you'd like to do?
I already
cast your spell. You've done your free action. Would you like to move?
Yeah, I guess I'll just move like 30 feet away from him. Okay.
As you move away, you realise that it hasn't had an effect because he tries to hit you, but he's still blind, so this is at disadvantage, and he's lying down. So does an AC 18 hit you?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Damn it. This thing is powerful.
Yeah. Well, there's a dragon here and a bunch of other crazy spellcasters that are there. So, but Bale will pause a little bit, turn, and holler back at him with his biggest voice that he can, and holler, "You throw like a gnome, you're no hill giant. You're just an oversized gnome. Catch me if you can, you mealy little gnome."
Make an intimidation roll. Or deception, whichever one you want. To infuriate him.
Let's see here. Let me see if I got any modifiers. I think those for me are.
It'll be a DC 15.
Yeah, but I think those are I got with no modifiers. That's why I want to make sure. Intimidation.
I'm not rolling Diggory here, but we'll just assume Diggory's helping.
Yeah. So it's just right there. Boop. Oh, a 4.
Okay. Maybe he doesn't hear you in the echoing boom of his own voice.
And then I'll item interaction.
Yep.
Pull the rock horn.
Uh-huh.
and blow it. Woo! And I'll go back, probably 30 more, because blowing it's kind of the action with grabbing it and everything. The free action of hollering. So 35-foot move further back. I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you're pressed against the far end of the quarry, and you're sort of at the back of the quarry now.
Oh, okay. Now, is there a way? Do I notice a way out of the quarry from where I'm at?
Only climbing back up the cliffs, or you kind of. There was the dragon that appeared and disappeared in the pool, the young green dragon, but you'd have to swim down into the murky water.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah. Okay.
And there is the sort of chain winch that's within reach, so you could kind of you could run and get onto the chain winch next turn and start climbing that. That's another way out.
Yep. All right. Great. That sounds like fun.
The giant says. The giant shouts, "I couldn't see!" and splashes water in his eyes and stands up and grabs Diggory and tries to grab Diggory, who's in range. 16. So Diggory, I'll say, is raging and he's getting.
I think Diggory's normal AC is 18.
It's not his AC that he's trying to hit. He's trying to grab him first.
Oh, grapple.
Yep. So, Diggory, I don't know. I don't actually have Diggory's stats, but his strength wouldn't be +8. And do you know if he's got athletics?
Yes.
I believe he does.
He climbed. He climbed.
I believe he does.
What's your proficiency modifier? +3?
+3, yes.
So that's 11. He'd need +5 strength. That's not enough. So he's grabbed by Diggory is grabbed by the giant, and the giant throws Diggory at 1 to 3 Claire, 4 to 6 Bale. He throws Diggory at Bale. At Claire, sorry.
Okay.
Like a rock.
All right.
So, it's an AC of 16.
Boom! He just bounces. Diggory just hits my arm, hit my shield, and goes flying off of it.
Diggory, but you kind of avoid the blow.
All right. Okay. All right.
And then he starts marching towards you, but he hasn't, because he had to stand up and things. He's not in range yet. He possibly is, because his reach is long, actually.
Okay. All right.
Just 1 second. Bale, can you roll a D4 plus? Tell me what your result of a D4 plus 1 is, please.
Okay. Let's see. D4 plus 1. Oh, plus 1.
No, 2D4, please.
2. Okay. 6.
Okay. Okay. Back to Claire.
All right. Since this thing didn't work, she goes, time to bulk it up a bit, I guess. In bonus action first.
Yep.
Cast Shield of Fate, bringing my AC to a whopping 23. Go up.
Usually you're untouchable, but this giant can touch you. Even with your Shield of Faith.
Yeah. Go in and attempt to hit this thing with my weapon of.
Okay.
It won't be lethal, so I'm wishing to try and knock him out So
Yep.
in other words,
Non-lethal.
like
Good. Nice one.
non-lethal with my Morning Star. So first attack with my Morning Star. I guess that'll be a miss.
Yep.
Alright, that's all I can do.
Okay. Bale, you see Claire, and I'll put Diggory on Claire's turn as well. Diggory closes in on him, and can you roll D? Diggory will get 2 attacks. Roll 2 attacks. I don't have Diggory's. Let me just see if I've got Diggory's stats.
When he got a 14, and then he got an 8. So whatever his modifier is for plus 14.
Okay. Has he got? I haven't updated all his character sheets, so yeah, I don't know what. Okay.
Well, what's his strength?
+3.
So
He hits an
14,
AC. He's what were his 2 attacks? Did you
14
say?
and 8.
8 and 8 will hit as well. So he's had 2 hits. Okay.
Nice.
And I'll say he's raging, and he's got 2 attacks. So that's we'll just say D8 +3 +5 for each one. Can you roll D8 +5 twice?
Yeah, sure. So 1, 8, 5. The first one does 10 points of damage, and the second one does 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And I guess this will be
non-lethal.
Yeah.
Again. The way I do non-lethal, I'm sorry about this, but there is a chance of you failing to. You're not. There's always a chance of messing it up. When you finally knock it down, I make you make a DC 10 medicine roll, and if you fail that, he starts to make death saves. He's not in a stable condition. It's not automatic. People can't knock people out automatically with weapons. Things can go wrong, but I mean, you've still got quite a few rounds to save his life. Okay, so sorry, how much damage in total was that?
That was 22.
22. Just 1 second. I'm not sure where I put my notes. Ah, there it is. 22. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. And how much was it by you?
Nothing right now.
Oh yeah,
So-
nothing so far. Okay, his turn. Oh no, Bale. Have you?
All right.
Have you gotten?
Bale was no, I hadn't. Bale's running over to the chain left,
Okay,
and
that will take most of your round. Really, that will take a dash to get there in 1 round because it's
okay.
fairly near the where the giant is fighting.
Oh, it's near where the giant's fighting.
Yep.
No, then he'll try to climb up the ledge
Okay.
where he's at. He's going to try to keep that distance to for aggravation purposes.
Okay. There is. So you start climbing. The climb is far, but it's not particularly difficult. Make a DC 11 athletics roll.
All right. Athletics. Let's see here. Athletics. How am I set for athletics? Okay, that's how I'm set for athletics. A 19.
Okay. Yep. You start climbing up fairly rapidly.
And as I'm climbing, he'll say, "And you can't even, and you can't even throw like a proper giant. You have to pick up a poor little dwarf. You throw like a gnome that has an attitude." As he's climbing up there,
and he make a intimidation roll.
All right. An 8. Boy,
Okay.
I can't get nothing on that, but that's all right.
1 to 3, he'll try and pick up Diggory. 4 to 6, he'll try and pick up Claire. So that's
looks like Claire's day in the pickle barrel.
Claire. This time it's you. He tries to grab.
Right.
Make an athletics or acrobatics roll as you prefer against a DC of 20.
And he's probably going to be stronger than me.
He's quite a bit stronger than you.
Yes, I beat the giant.
Yep.
I beat the giant. No.
Yep. You avoid. Yeah, his hand is closing in on you, but you reach past it. So angrily, he tries to bring his pick down on you.
Okay. 23 armor class.
He'll hit with a 29.
Ouch.
So the damage, that was a 29 to hit. The damage is... Oof. $18 points of piercing as the pick drives through your armor. And make a Constitution save against concentration save as well for your spell.
Okay. Yay! I did it.
Okay.
All right.
Back to you.
All right. Yeah. She growls back and like,
I am the strongest hill giant, he says.
all right, I'm gonna
King
smack
of the
him.
hill giants.
I'm gonna try and smack him.
Okay.
Try to make him remember. Damn it, you! Remember who you are, and like smack him one. Does a 15 hit him?
Yes, it does.
Yay! I do 5 points of damage, but wait, there's more.
Wait. Oh.
I shall smite him with a level 4 smite. Yeah, that'll do. I think level 4 smite is
5d8.
5d8.
So you going for the kill, huh?
I was just trying to bring him down as much as quick as possible. 5d8 smite. 25 plus 5, an extra. So that's 30 damage I do to him. Boom.
Oof. Yep. It. He looks round in surprise. You hit very hard for somebody so tiny.
Damn. That's all I could do.
Can you, Bale? This time, can you roll for Diggory twice? We're giving him +6 to hit.
+6 to hit. Okay. Let's see here.
And each one a D8 +5.
+6 to hit. So
Two attacks.
roll. Yeah. Roll the. Well, let's see here. I'll make that like that.
That's,
All
so
right.
you roll twice. 12.
Yeah.
So that's both are hits. Can you roll twice for damage?
And those are what's the
AC's
damage?
14. So
No,
D8 D8
D8.
plus 5 is what.
Plus
I don't really know what his damage is, but I'm
Okay.
going on this for a sort of.
14.
Each one is D8 plus 5, so it's 2 D8 plus 10.
Oh, plus 10. Add another. That'd be 19.
19. You are irritating midges.
This thing must have like hundreds of HP.
Well, giants, and he is a king, so he's a chieftain. They're usually pretty stout.
Yes.
And, yep. This is... You have fought a giant before, but this is a completely different size and strength. And now it's Bale's turn.
Did I make it to the top of where I was climbing?
No, you've the thing was the cavern. The edge of the cavern where you are is about 150 feet up. So you've moved up 30.
Okay.
A fast move. There is, if you carry on climbing, you can get to one artificial ledge up there that's been sort of a wooden walkway that's been hammered into the side that when they didn't have giants, it was used by other slaves to mine.
Okay, then that's what I'll do.
Okay, you get up to the walkway, about 60 feet up. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm going to holler back at him that you couldn't even throw that poor dwarf up at me.
Oh yes, I can, he says.
No, you can't. You can't do it because all you are is a fat, lazy gnome.
Right. He's going to grab the dwarf, but because he's not really paying attention or very intelligent, he doesn't know which one of the two of them is the dwarf. Yeah. So 1 to 3, he's going for Claire. 4 to 6 for Diggory. He's trying for Diggory again. Claire, can you roll athletics +5 for Diggory?
Sure. Diggory will say no.
Oh, no, he gets 23. Oh, so Diggory avoids him. Oh, you are so slippery. And he brings his club down to try and hit Diggory. And hits him.
I told you so. You couldn't throw him.
You just wait.
Shoot. I'd have to wait for the great mountains to go ahead and become flat for you to have a chance. You old gnome.
Oh, nice. Claire.
All right. Well, I'm guessing I have to hit this thing again with my morning star.
Yes, you are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you like. You can.
I mean, I can't do anything. I mean,
you could try grabbing him and throwing him.
That'd be impossible.
Yes.
I'm just gonna try and take out his kneecaps or something. Just try and take him out. Just trying to whittle him down, like get him exhausted.
There's not much you can actually reach, but you can reach for it.
I mean, just grab him. No, not grab him. Just hit him. Just hit him. Hit him where the shot. Okay, 11 misses, I'm guessing.
Yep, 11 misses.
All right, that's all I can do. I mean, you only got one action.
You're not casting it. Oh yes, you're only second level as a paladin, aren't you? So, are you casting a bonus action spell? Like,
I mean, if everyone looks fine and
nobody's badly injured yet, actually, including the giant.
You could always hit him with a sacred flame.
No, he's done his main action, so he can't use.
That's not a bonus.
No. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can do is just keep my shield up for now, and hopefully that will work. Keep me going. If it drops, then I might have to call in some reinforcements if I can.
Or spirit weapon as well, but
yeah. But I have to drop my shield though.
No, that's not a concentration spell, if I remember right. Spirit weapon.
Let me see. Spiritual weapon is a bonus action.
It's a bonus action, and it's not a concentration spell. So you can.
All right, so I can cast it then. All right.
Yep.
So So go my spiritual weapon.
Describe.
Oh, does it hit him?
Yep, it does.
Nice. So with her aura glowing, she tries to hit him with her normal monster, but it misses. Type thing, hits the ground, and the giant backs away. But then but then all suddenly the spiritual sort of the spiritual sort of guardian or whatever is in her mace comes out, type thing, and the after image of a morning star comes out, type thing, and just goes flying at him and hits him for a whopping 10 radiant, 10 force damage.
Yep. Oh. Right. This time, Claire, can you also roll for Diggory twice?
All right, cool. So
D20 plus 6.
Yep, sure.
2 times.
Yeah, sure. Hang on. Let me do that. So first attack on D20 plus 6. Yeah.
Yep.
6. The first one
hits.
Second one hits again.
So D8 plus 5 for each one.
8 plus 5. First one does 11. Second one does 12. So a total of 23 plus my 10, which is 30 something. Doosh.
Ooh. I have fought dragons. I am not scared of ants.
Right.
And now, Bale, you're on this ledge, halfway up.
All right. Bale will continue on up.
Okay.
And will continue to holler gnomish insults and disparage his lineage and parentage as being mutated gnomes to have a gnome of such puny size.
Okay, you carry on climbing up. You do see, as you're climbing up, there's attached to a bit of the attached to the rock, there is a cable up ahead, which you could sort of climb onto, and then it seems to go up. The cable reaches across the chasm to the other side. You're not sure on the purpose of this cable, but
okay.
You can.
I'll eyeball the cable. I'll ponder it for a bit, and continue with the disparaging remarks on this oversized gnome.
Make an intimidation roll.
Let's see here. Let's drop this down here. We've got to put that up. Let's see here. That's a D20. Take that down because I don't get nothing for that. So that's a 0, and that's a roll. And we have ourselves a 4.
Still, it's a vague buzzing in his head. He's hardly aware of you. And he just decides one smash on each one. So one on Digger. First of all, one on Claire.
All right, shields up.
18. So your shield deflects it, and one on Diggory.
31. Diggory.
Yep,
Diggory feels it.
And 20 points of damage to Diggory. But he's raging, so it just he soaks it.
All right.
Poor Diggory.
Don't worry. Hopefully, I'll be able to.
And Claire.
All right. So, how bad does that Diggory look like? Does he has he lost a lot of health, or does he?
No, he's not looking particularly badly off.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So first bonus action. me go, my spiritual weapon. So my spiritual weapon, hit him. Critical hit.
Okay. So it
Critical.
goes. Wow, and that's an incredibly good roll for.
Yes.
But it's slightly wrong on the damage for this this spiritual weapon. It's rolling 3d8, which is spiritual guardians, not spiritual weapon.
Oh, all right.
So for the damage, can you roll 2d8 and add your spellcasting your wisdom modifier?
2d. Do I get an extra d8 because I've got crit?
That's including it. Normally it's a 1d8, but you get 2d8 for
okay.
For the
Because let me see.
Spiritual weapon does d8 plus your wisdom modifier.
All right. So my wisdom modifier is that including my level? Yeah.
No, it doesn't include your proficiency modifier, just your wisdom modifier.
Oh, +4 then.
+4, so 2d8 plus 4.
10.
10, okay. And can you roll a d20, please?
Rolling 1d20. 1d20. See what happens to the giant. A 15.
A 15. Let me just check that one. Sorry about this. Just 1 second. Oh, I can't remember which page it's on. I'll get back to that in a minute. Okay, and your normal hit?
Fine. So my normal hit is going to be my sort of Morning Star. Go Morning Star. Oh well.
You missed?
Yep. That's it.
Okay. Bale, can you roll for... can you roll Diggory's to hits?
Yep. All right. He has, what, 2 hits?
Yep.
All right. And they're +6?
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. Get that up there and boom. All right. One will be a 13 and the other will be a 24.
The 24 hits, so d8 plus 5 damage.
All right. Yeah. 8.
8. Okay.
Yep.
Nice. I don't know what.
Yep.
I don't know what I've done to him, but it was something nasty, I guess.
I'm just having a look. Oh, damn it! I can't. I've lost the page in the players in the DMG for lingering injuries. $272. Right.
Ooh. I caused an injury. Nice.
That's not that. It's not. You don't do 272 points damage. That was just a page.
Damn it.
Oh, that's a strange one. But yeah, fair enough. That blow. You see that you've injured
Something.
Something in his body, which, if not treated, will have a long-term effect on him.
Nice.
Okay. But it's not going to actually have much effect on this combat now.
Yeah. Damn it. Oh well.
And Bale, now it's your turn.
All right. Bale, looking at this cable that he saw once he got up there, what is the grade on it? Is it level? Does it go up or does it go down?
It's going up and gradually. It's a gentle grade going up.
Ooh, okay.
But you could possibly, if you wanted to test your dexterity, you could possibly balance on it and tightrope walk up.
Well, do I see where it ends?
Yes, it ends on the ledge. It ends about 10 feet below the ledge where you sort of entered the quarry on the other side.
All right. And how much of a distance spans would he guess?
It's about 70 feet from where you are. 70 feet from one side to the other.
Okay. Yeah, he'll try. He's going to try a Legolas, sort of.
Okay.
By balancing and walking as far as he can.
Okay, it's going to take an acrobatics roll.
Okay, that's good.
The DC will be 16.
Okay, let's see here. Let me double check my mod on acrobatics. Okay, I got to adjust that on the roller. Oh, come on. Down one more. And boop. Come on. Why didn't you roll? There you go.
Oh.
A 9. I can't get a hold.
Okay, I'm gonna say you sort of started off slipped a little bit, and now, well, make a dexterity save, but the DC is 5. You're not going to fall, but unless you really fumble it. But,
a dexterity save or acrobatics?
Dexterity save to stop yourself falling down into the pit again.
Okay, my dex saving throw is actually going to help me better than the other.
I thought so.
As far as
you're only going to fail. You're only going to fail if you fumble, really, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I got a +6 for my dex save. So
if you fumble, you fumble.
Yeah.
Yep, you're all right.
14.
So you're holding on to the. You sort of slip and stumble. You're sort of holding on to the rope and kind of prone in a way, but it's prone because you're hanging from it.
Okay. And Bale was, and what caused it? Bale was going to try something really sneaky, and he was throwing up his hand to go ahead and make a spell shot, but it threw him off balance. So he slipped, he fell, and he hugged the cable just like it was his dear departed mother and father.
Okay.
Giant's turn.
Giant's turn. Giant's vaguely aware of Bale. How shall I do this? No, it'll go for one of you, but if it gets you on the first, it'll try and grab you, but if it gets you on your first round, it might throw you at Bale rather than the wall. So 1 to 3 is going for Claire, 4 to 6 Diggory. It's going for Claire this time.
Trying to grab me again, huh?
Yep.
All right. Oh, bloody hell.
Oh.
Are you grabbed?
Let's see if I'm grabbed. I'll try and get away if I can. Let me see.
You get away from that, you're going to be... You got something to crow about, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he grabs me.
Okay. Yep. You find yourself grabbed. Then there's a whoosh as the air swishes past you, and he pulls you back. And for a second, you find yourself at the back of his arm as he's readies himself to throw you at one wall. And then he vaguely spots Bale out of the corner of his eye and hurls you up at Bale. Now then. He's got at this range he's got disadvantage. Bale, well, he'll try and hit Bale, and he hits an armor class of 17.
It just misses.
Okay, so you go flying through the air, Claire.
Okay.
You go flying up out of the bottom of the quarry, arching up towards Bale. You don't get very close to him, but as you stop climbing and sort of reach the top of the climb, you're fairly near to. You have one chance to grab the cable before you fall down. But your the DC for this is going to be the same as his attack roll, 17.
So would that be acrobatics?
Would you like it to be acrobatics
I mean,
or a deck save? One of those two.
I mean, I'm not very dexterous. I'm more grabby.
Make an acrobatics. Make an acrobatics.
All right. Okay. Okay. Acrobatics. Here I come. Nat 20.
Oh, perfect. Well, describe what, because it's a nat 20, I'm going to give you a kind of, if you want, you can get in a reaction.
Okay, so this is what happened. For some darn reason, out of the blue, because this is my vision for Claire in the future, because like she visualizes, this is like a visual of Claire in the future. As you know, paladins have this righteous level known as level 20 when they get angel wings, yeah, which is the ultimate dream quest for Claire, to actually get hold of angel wings. Awesomely is like as she sees, like as she goes flying through the air and sees her, like, and like she goes, thunder, help, like that type of thing. Or suddenly, like the clouds open and a bit of light hits her armor, and like sparks of light come out the back of her wing, you know, back of her back, like wings or something, and like they're just there for like a brief second, and like glide her to the, you know, to the edge.
Okay, you've grabbed hold of this cable, and you're hanging from a cable.
So in other words, like divine intervention.
But divine intervention has helped you on that one. For a second, you felt you had wings.
Yes.
So that was the giant's turn. Now it's back to Claire. You were just about to attack it, and then you find yourself miles away from it. The
cool thing is, but the cool thing is, my spiritual weapon is still there.
Yes, it still will be. What's the range of spirit weapon?
My spiritual weapon is, well, it doesn't matter really, as long as I can see.
I think it has to be within range for you to kind of control it. I don't know. Maybe because this isn't quite by the rules anyway. I'll allow you to use your spirit weapon for this.
It's
60 feet.
Yes, 60 feet.
I don't care. You can make an attack anyway.
Yeah, as long as I can like see, as long as it's within 60 feet of me.
It's not anymore because he threw you further than 60 feet to get to near Bale.
Oh.
But I'm going to say.
So it fizzles. Or not. I mean, if it fizzles, it fizzles.
You roll. What do you want?
You're the GM, so it's your rule.
I'll stick by the rules this time. It does fizzle, but I mean, giants don't usually have this throwing. But they can throw boulders, and I've just chosen player characters to be boulders, which I kind of like.
So, how far away is he from where I'm standing? Is he like directly under me, or is he like further out?
He's not directly under you. But there is a little bit of the cable you're on is swinging a bit. There are actually two cables that go across the quarry. I think you're on a different one to Bale. If you want, you're swinging backwards and forwards slightly, and you can use the momentum to try, if you want, to make another swing and get back towards him.
Yeah.
Or dive into the pool that he's next to.
Yeah, in other words, like as I grab the rope, it swings me up in the air, and then the force brings me back. You know, and the swing, as the swing brings me back down. As it comes to the end of the swing, I let go and like get with my Morning Star, like go flying at him, type thing, and try and smack him with all the force of falling onto the giant.
Okay, you're going to take damage from the fall, but he'll take equal damage. Okay, does that sound fine?
Yes.
Okay, but you'll have to make a. We'll say your attack roll is that not your attack roll. Make an athletics roll against his DC of 14. If you hit his DC of 14 with an athletics, you land your blow, and it works as you planned. He's quite a big target.
Yeah, athletics. Do I get any advantage because he's big?
No, it's just trying.
All right, you'll go in. Athletics. 25.
Okay. Yep. So you swing on the rope. The rope swings back, and then you're flung towards him, and you just launch. And let's see.
That was high in his AC. Just
Yep, it was considerably higher than his AC. Bale has climbed for 3 rounds, so.
So it's a bit like Fawn, like Odin, like Fawn, like just flying into someone.
Yeah, just flying. You fly straight into him. But unlike Thor is sort of a god and has the strongest thing in the world. He's actually a lot stronger than you. You're flying into a brick wall almost. But it will damage him. But it'll damage you as well.
Batter. Break up the cricket paddle.
You climbed for 3 rounds, 30 foot of climb. You climbed 90 feet up, but that's only 70 feet above the head of this giant. So you can do 7d6 damage against him as you land against him. But you'll also take this, okay?
Okay. So the question is, does hitting him, right? Yep. As myself count as a weapon?
You can use, yes, if you like. You can use your. You can go for it.
Yeah. So this is first this will be the full damage on him.
Yep.
All right. Oops. So this will be the full damage. So 70. So hang on. Slash R 76. All right. It's 21. And then, as I hit him, because you said I can, I burn one of my level 3 spells to make myself all glowy and all shiny, like a fireball, but holy fireball in a way.
Okay.
So in other words,
image.
Yeah. So in other words, like my actual armor, because I hit him with my actual body and my armor. As I go into his chest or wherever it is I'm landing,
let's say it's his head.
His head, yeah. As I go boom with a fist or something, like punching or something, like a big massive fist, as it hits him, and like my whole armor.
You can have inspiration for this as well. I'm just enjoying this so much.
And like, so in other words, as I go flying down towards him, I give a big, massive right hook, boom, into his like jaw. Also, as I hit him. My armor glows bright white as the smite channels through me, and I scream, going smite. So that is normally. So level 3 is how many d8?
48.
48. So 48 on this thing. So I do 16 plus my 21. So that's like 37?
Yep.
Boom, on his jaw or something.
You have bloodied him.
Nice.
Yep.
And how much damage do I have to roll for my full damage?
You take the 21 as well.
Ooh. All right.
And do you want to be on his head, or do you want to fall into the? Make a DC 10 dexterity save to grab hold of his hair as you sort of slam into him.
Yes, I did so.
Okay, now you're holding onto his hair on his head. At the other side of him, Diggory is attacking. Bale, can you roll for Diggory?
Okay.
That was epic.
It was. You got your inspiration, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh, that's not very good. No, Diggory's too busy watching what Claire's doing
Yes.
to actually manage to hit the guy.
Most definitely.
And Bale?
All right. Bale will go ahead and from there, seeing all this action going, he will shoot an Eldritch Blast at him.
Mm-hmm.
Which, let's see here.
You're climbing up onto the... Does Eldritch Blast need somatic components?
Semantic components? It needs
your arms.
I know it needs. Yeah, it needs the. I believe it does.
Okay. DC 10
like pointing out or whatnot.
DC 10 acrobatics rolls
right.
to balance on the rope, or if you like, to hang from the rope upside down and launch one.
There we go. DC 10. It's a 13.
No problem. Okay.
And then let me check my spell modifier attack for it. Come here. Come on. Ooh, went too far. Okay, that will be on that modifier. That, so I believe that well, that's a cantrip. So that we'll go with that. So that's 2.
You'll have 2, won't you? Basically.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out here, is if I was going to have 2, because he picked that up with the spell sniper feat.
You still have
since
2.
It's a cantrip, then it's all done by
on your level,
class level. So, all right, so I'll have 2 of them, and that's at a 3. And boop. And one will be a 21 and one will be a 10.
Yep, the 21 hits.
And when Bale shoots them on out, they take the form of dark green forest arrows shooting on out towards the target. And the one that hit will be 1d10. So he'll get 6 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then Bale will, on his move, will move just as far as he can on the cable or rope that.
You're halfway across. You're almost above the giant now.
Okay.
And can you make...
I can try.
Oh, no. At the moment, you don't need to. No.
Okay.
And that's the end of your turn. It's turn now.
And you'll notice while Bale's been on the cable, he hasn't been slinging insults.
Yeah.
Too focused.
He's staggering slightly at Claire on his head and angry.
Hit himself with his own club in the head. That'd be funny.
Sure.
I'm going to say that he rolls to attack you. If he misses you, he hits himself.
Alright. He's that stupid, huh?
He's feeble-minded.
Yeah.
20. He misses.
Yes. He misses
okay.
me.
So that hurts. Can you roll? Well, I'll roll the damage.
He rolls it on himself.
23. Oof. Oh! And angrily, he tries to he tries to kick down on Diggory. Missing.
All right. Okay, my go. So how close am I to his ear?
Just a second. You're within movement. You can get to an ear this round if you like.
So I move to his ear as close as I can.
Drag yourself by the hair. I mean, it's not easy. You're holding on as he's moving around and sort of gradually pulling yourself up in the air.
And then, with my spell of Formaticity...
Of what?
Formatic Blast. What is it called? Oh, what's that?
Sacred Flame?
No, not Sacred Flame. It's the one that makes me speak very, very, very loud.
Oh, Thaumaturgy.
Yeah, Thaumaturgy. I wish to shout into his direct ear to try to deafen him. Would it work or not?
Whew, I mean, deafening is beyond the power really of it, but because you're right there in his ear, it can certainly you'll be able to make a. If that's what your main action is,
if it's going to work, I will do it. But if not, I'm just going to hit him anyway.
If you want to do it as a main action, I'm going to allow him a Constitution saving throw against your spell level DC because you're actually in his ear, sort of yelling at him. But he's a giant; they do tend to have good constitutions.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Actually, I'll just stay where I am, actually, and just smack him on the top of the head, like go bonk, bonk, bonk.
Okay. Make an attack at advantage.
All right, cool. Let me see. Oh, yeah, since I'm here, I can still do my thingy. So, yeah, let me see if I've got any spells left first. Yeah, I still got some. I still got some level 2 spell left. So, a burn one.
Mm-hmm.
To cast my... was it level 1 or was it level 2? The actual...
The which one?
Is it level 2, I think?
What?
A spiritual weapon, yeah.
Spiritual weapon.
Yep, so...
Oh, did you make a concentration save for your shield,
no,
I guess?
it shimmered away, remember?
Oh, it shimmered away. Okay.
Yeah. So... yeah.
I mean, not for the spiritual weapon. I was talking about your your shield of faith.
Yeah, I need to do that first then. No, it went down, so I'm back to normal.
Okay.
Back to normal. But with my spell, I wish to do my spiritual weapon on his head. Advantage. So, I'm not sure if so this would be advantage. So an 18 will hit, I'm guessing, for 4.
Yep.
And then my normal weapon, or Morning Star. Go, Morning Star! Burn with advantage. So a 15, would that hit?
Yep.
So I do 9 points of damage. But wait, there's more. I'm going to burn a level 1. Let me see, I've got 1 level 3 spot left. Yeah. So I burn a level 3 spell.
Have you got a level 3 spell left? How many level 3s do you have?
I got 1 left of level 3, and I still got all my level 1 spells still remaining.
Are you sure?
So, yeah.
Because you cast a remove.
Is it 3 or 4?
You cast a remove curse. Earlier.
Oh yeah. So it has to be level 1 then. All right. First level 1, so it's just 3 in it. 3d8.
2d8 for level 1.
Fine, 2d8. Mate! I am doing 18 points of damage to him. Boom!
Oof. Okay.
That's it. That's all I could do.
Still, he staggers under that.
Right. That's be done.
Okay.
It's up to Bale now, or where the dwarf, if he's there.
Yeah, can you roll twice for degree?
Degree. Alright, so degree. His attack on the +6.
Just a second. Let me roll something here.
This is with the first one. And his second one. Oh, he hits for the second one.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
he does 1d8 plus 5.
Yep.
Wow, he gets a maximum 13 on the giant. Boom.
Good hit. Okay. Gradually, you're wearing it down. He's looking a lot worse for wear now. And Bale, make a perception roll as well.
Alrighty. Perception roll. That shouldn't be too bad. Let's see here. That's there. Perception of... Come here, you little buzzard. Perception modifier is 5. Okay. Come on. Up there. Perception of 8.
Okay, you're busy on this. You're busy concentrating on this combat below. So, what would you like to do?
How far am I from the end of this cable? I've been managing myself.
You can get to the edge, and you'll be on the top of the cliff at the end of your move.
All right, that's what I'll do.
Mm-hmm. And you can act as well. That's just the movement of your round.
Okay, and I'll go ahead and I'll shoot Eldritch Blast.
Just as you reach the sort of lip, it gets harder and slightly steeper as you get to the end, and that last little bit is more difficult. Make an acrobatics of 12 to get onto the edge.
Okay.
As you climb, it becomes the cable just at the last bit.
Yep,
is steeper. So
I just wanted to make sure I had the right mod on there, so it would be correct.
Okay, you time it well. You sort of your trip wire walking, and you kind of run the last bit and do a little leap and end up on the lip of the cliff, ready to wheel round. But because you get to the you rise up over the edge of the cliff, the first time you're able to see out of the quarry, really, for the first time, out onto the surrounding countryside, and you see a giant eagle. But when I say giant eagle, 200 feet in its wings are 200 feet in diameter. Your rock horn seems to have attracted a rock, and it's coming your way.
Oh, okay. Bale,
and it will be there in one round.
In one round, Bale will go ahead and he is going to hide himself instead of shooting.
Okay.
Let's see here. His stealth. It may be better just on that. Let's see here. Stealth. Yeah. Okay. That may be a better move for him for right now.
And you have advantage in mountains, don't you? Didn't you take mountains as your other terrain?
Yeah. So let's see here. We'll roll it again. Not much difference, but that's what it is. An 11.
Okay. Let's see if. Well, it's not there yet, but it's coming. It's definitely coming in the direction of the. It seems to be scanning the ground. About. It's probably about 120 feet away at the moment, and moving fast. And it's scanning the ground, looking for whatever blew the rock horn. And
Okay.
it's its turn. Let's see. Well, first of all, it's the giant's turn.
All right.
The giant.
Let's see if he hits himself again.
See if he's learnt from that. Anyway, 1 to 3, he'll go for Diggory. 4 to 6, he'll go for you.
All right.
He's still going for you, so he tries to hit you.
Go on in.
Oh,
he hits me.
This time he hits you.
Yeah, he hits me.
So, hitting you for 24 points damage.
Ooh,
Ouch! I'm almost down.
spanky.
Ouch.
And make a dexterity save. DC 10.
Ooh.
Okay, and you fall. You can either fall into the water or onto the land. The 20
Water.
feet. Okay, you'll take half damage from this fall because of the water.
All right.
You take a D6. Oh, 6. Are you still around?
Yeah, I'm on 1 hit point left.
Okay. So that was the giant's first hit, and he kicks out at Diggory
All right.
again. 16. That hits Diggory, I think. Okay. Diggory is again. There's a crunch as he stamps down on Diggory.
All right.
And then suddenly you're in the water, and everything goes dark as this form appears on the whole. It's like the beginning of The Empire Strikes Back, where it just shadow falls over everything, and as this Imperial Death. Imperial Star Cruiser goes over, but actually it's a rock. And the rock will try and spot Bale. $11.
Yep.
11 versus 11. I'll give you the advantage there since you were taking the initiative. Or 11 is the target to, I don't know. Spots you, but does he really care when there's something? You're a measly little thing to eat, and it spots the giant at the bottom, and it looks like it's preparing to. It sort of just lands on the edge of the cliff, looking down, and looks like it's about to swoop down on the giant. The next round. Claire, it's your turn.
All right. So bonus action first.
Yep.
Do my my spiritual weapon on this giant, I'm guessing.
Okay.
Just a normal attack, I'm guessing, against it.
Yep.
No advantage in. So does a 14 hit it?
Just what you need.
And I do 6 points of damage, force.
Okay.
Is it down?
Nope.
Alright. Yeah, let me see. What can I do? I shall do a cleric ability. Yay! I shall activate my domain, one of my domains of divine.
Is it life?
Life, yes. I should do the divine life thing.
Okay.
which I think it's the one that gives me
5 per cleric level. You're 6th level as a cleric, so that's 30 hit points
yes.
to share between you and Diggory. But Diggory, you can't really help, so that 30 need to go to you as much as possible. Diggory's not below half hit points, I don't think.
Yeah, so 30 towards me then.
Okay.
So that brings me up to 31.
Okay.
Or 30, yeah.
So that's your move.
Yep.
Anything else you'd like to do?
That's all I can do because this is an action
A
to
move?
move. I guess I'll move. Like
Do you
I
want to
move.
out
If
of range or not?
I move to dry land.
Okay.
Type thing, and like still like in combat with him. So in other words, I'm
Okay.
like moving around him to get onto dry land.
To get into a position where you could attack him next turn or see what happens.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So for Bale, well, for Diggory, what do you think? Bale, what will Diggory do?
He'll probably attack the giant.
Does Diggory notice the rock?
Yes, I think even the giant has got an intelligence of 1. He might not have noticed, but everybody else has.
Okay. Diggory would holler out, "Rock! Rock!" Point on up, and then he'll seek cover.
Is it? Oh, is that what Diggory's doing?
Yeah.
Okay, Diggory. The giant will make an attack of opportunity against Diggory as he's moving out of the way.
Oh, okay.
We can disengage.
Yeah, which would he like to do?
Yeah, he'll disengage.
Okay, so he disengages and gets out of the way of the giant and finds a gets out of direct eyesight of the rock.
Oh, okay. I think that would probably eat up everything Diggory could more or less do.
Bale? What would Bale do?
Bale will ready an action that if the rock goes on down and attacks any one of his partners,
Yep.
he'll shoot the giant to get in attempts of giving the rock a bigger meal.
Yep. Does that? Okay.
Does that what?
I'll ask you later.
Okay.
On whether how you'll react. The giant hears you shouting "rock," and he says, "I'm the best rock thrower." And 1 to 3, he'll grab a rock. 4 to 6, he'll try for Claire. He goes for a rock. So he grabs the rock and looks up and spots the rock above him and throws it at the rock. He misses. Yep, he misses the rock. He, in fact, roll a d20. He loses his footing and slips as he throws the rock, so he lands in the water, and then the rock plunges down onto the giant and tries to grab the giant in his talons.
Well, it's a big thing.
Pardon?
It's a big bird.
Yep. Rocks are about the only thing that can fly away with a giant. 27 grabs the giant in his claws and
Can the giant fight back or not get grabbed?
Well, he's been grabbed. He's been, let's see, he is grappled and restrained. So it can try and fight back, but at disadvantage. It's in massive claws, and then the rock doesn't actually have the wings. It doesn't actually have the space in here to fly out, but it hops onto the top of one of the buildings and looks around for another place to hop with this giant in its talons.
Okay.
It's about 20 feet up. Yes, it can hop about 20 feet around.
All right.
And it's hopped 20 feet now.
Okay.
Claire, does that trigger any attack action from Bale as the
the rock hasn't attacked either Claire or Diggory, so no.
No. Okay. It's not really bothered. They don't look like much of a meal.
All right.
Claire, this the giant is kind of your objective in this bit of the mission, but and
Is the giant still got his chain on his feet? Like, is he still chained to the ground?
he attached the chain to the. He already pulled the chain out of the wall of the cliff and then reattached it because he feels safer and more comfortable whilst he's chained up. But the chain doesn't seem to have the strength to hold this giant, and you doubt it'll have the strength to hold the rock.
All right. So with my first, I move as close as I can move about 30 feet.
Yep.
I move up 30 feet towards the rock, and I move my morning star towards the rock, using my morning star to like attack it.
Attack the rock?
Yeah, attack the bird with my morning star.
Are you crazy? You'll hear in the wind from Bale.
I must protect. I must save this giant at all costs. You know, that's our objective. I mean, I don't want it to be bird food. So,
you reckon? Okay.
I mean,
you can get the spirit weapon to the rock and attack the rock.
Yeah. Okay. Go spiritual weapon. Attack this thing. All right. No. Spell information. Oh, 23. Does that 23 hit it?
Yep.
For 7 points of damage. Boom.
Okay.
Hoping that she did a little bit of damage to it.
It did. It did a very little bit of damage to it.
And then, as a, I guess in a main action is to attack one of the talents that it's got wrapped around the giant to make it let go. It's like stomp one of the talents to make it let go. So trying to make it like.
Okay, you need to make an opposed athletics roll.
All right. It probably beat me because it's more stronger than me. But yeah, I'm gonna try to like. Oh, actually, can I animal handle it? This thing. Because it is an animal.
No.
Oh,
it's not a domestic animal. It's not a domestic animal.
Oh, okay. Boom. All right. Athletics strength against it then. All right, here I go. Try to bribe 25 on it.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
It gets 29.
It beat me. I'm like trying to bribe it, you know, saying, let go! You need, like that sort of thing.
If you like, you can, though the chain is still dangling from the giant and things like that, you can keep hold of the chain yourself and be dragged up with it.
Yes.
Okay. And
so I'm holding on to dear life onto this chain as I'm trying to pull.
Okay. Claire, what would Diggory do?
I guess then he will come and grab the chain and help me.
Okay. He'll give you. He'll try assisting you. He'll aid you next turn. Okay, so you'll have advantage on your roll.
Yes.
And Dale, what would you like to do? Oh, and as the rock has 2 attacks, and as its other attack, it tries biting out at the spiritual weapon.
It does nothing because
yes, it does nothing, but that's what it does. It bites at the spiritual weapon, closes in on it, and knocks a chunk of rock out of the side of the quarry, but doesn't do anything other than that.
Did it strike out at Claire?
No, it hasn't struck out at Claire.
Okay.
Claire and Diggory have both sort of are underneath the rock, and you're not too sure what's happened. You can't really see what's happening, but it seems to have grabbed the giant and be rising up. And you from where you are, you reckon that you can't see Claire and Diggory at the moment.
Okay. Bale will try to move and hide in a better position to see the lay of the land.
Okay. Yep. Move to a better position to see what's happened. Make a perception roll then.
Perception. All right. That perception is a 5, so I got to knock that down by 1. A 7.
Okay. You as you're moving to a better position for a better view, you rise above the sort of crest, and you're hit by a wind which blows water into your eyes. And just for the moment, you're not really, it's just one of those effects. So you're not blinded so much that you can't see the rock, but it doesn't help you spot Diggory, and you've hidden a bit better.
Yeah, my stealth roll is a 14. And I think that with everything there, trying to perceive the situation, getting a better vantage point, and hiding will probably eat up everything. So he'll react on his next move, depending.
Okay. Then the giant
will probably attack the bird.
Yes, he will. And he's at disadvantage because he's restrained.
Can I give him advantage by burning my inspiration?
Yep.
Fine. So I'm going to burn my...
Well, no, I mean, it would cancel out disadvantage. That's all it would do.
Yes. So I wish to burn my inspiration to try and help him to get free.
To help him get free. Make a athletics plus 12 roll versus the birds plus 13.
12, yeah.
Yep. A d20 plus 12, and the bird gets a 31 to beat.
Ooh.
So you help as much as you can, but it doesn't help, and the bird jumps up twice, and feeling the thing struggling under her in her claws, she bites down with her beak at it.
I mean, do me and Diggory get dragged along? Because we are holding to
Yep, you're dragged along. You're dragged along. It hasn't even noticed you. And it bites down. It tries a beak attack and squeezes it with its claws. So let's see. Beak attack. Hits and claw attack. So for the claws, it does. Um, 24 with the claws. Okay, and for the beak, it does. Oh, even less. So it does a total of 44. The giant is going, "Ah!" But he's not. He's even now. He's still just unconscious.
All right. Claire's turn, I guess. All right.
And as he actually, yeah, and the bird hops up another 20 feet.
All right. Bonus action then, I guess.
Yep.
Bonus action is to move the spiritual weapon to the
Okay.
bird.
Yep.
And to hit the bird with a spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Go, my spiritual weapon. Distract this bloody thing. Ooh, does an 18 hit it?
Yep.
Does 8 points of damage to it.
Okay.
And then, as I wish to, I'm gonna I target myself, Duggery, who is next to me, and the giant. I'm gonna cast Bless.
Okay.
So to help him with his like.
Add a D4 to his sort of things.
Yes, and I guess then we should try and pull as much as I can with my action on this chain to like try and free him.
That won't actually help. You'll just pull yourself up to him, but you're just sort of next. I mean, you can use the chain to get some leverage to give him help on his round when he's trying to break free.
All right, and that's what I do.
Okay.
So me and Duggery are like trying to set him free.
Okay.
So not only he will have like no longer disadvantage, but he will have an extra D4.
Yeah. So you can. Yep. That seems fair enough. So on his turn, you're now 40 feet up. So make a. You can make his roll at plus 12 plus D4.
$34.
Oof! Right. That is. Yeah. But okay. He goes. I am the strongest, and breaks free and falls down 40 feet.
Oof.
Do you want to let go of?
Yeah, let go of the chain.
Let go of the talons and fall 40 feet as well.
No, I'm on the chain. Remember?
The chain was lifted up out of the.
Yeah, I just landed in the river with him, in the sea, in the waters with him. I'm guessing.
Yeah, okay. So you'll take 2d6 from the fall, and he'll take 4d6.
Oof. I'll do a con save of my bloody spiritual weapon.
Ooh. Okay.
My spiritual weapon goes away. I got no more spiritual weapon.
And with it's not your spiritual weapon; it's your bless that goes down because your spiritual weapon doesn't need concentration. But there are a few more rounds of the then screaming with frustration. The rock drops down and tears at the giant again. And basically we'll go into a sort of storytelling mode now because it's a sort of foregone conclusion. The rock will get the giant. The next attack will knock the giant unconscious, and it will have take the giant in its claws and start dragging away. You've got two options. Would you like to leave the giant to his fate, or would you like to grab hold of the chain and go with him?
Is there anything I could grab of his before he goes? Like a lock of hair or something, like something that belongs to him, that is that he had on, like a bit of did he have anything like a ring or finger or something, something that
you could grab hold. You could sort of cut off a lock of his hair, one of his braids of his beard or his hair, if you like.
Yeah, before he goes, Claire grab his beard and sort of cut it with her sword, and yeah.
What is your aim here, by the way? Just
My aim is to tell his wife his fate.
Bale,
mhm.
Bale seeing that the giant is in the talons, right?
Yep.
Will go ahead and shoot his Eldritch Blast at the rock's talons, hopefully to break him, break the giant free.
It's you fire some eldritch blasts, but you kind of realize that even when you hit, it doesn't loosen the grip.
Okay, so
significantly.
he can honestly say when he has to present the situation that he tried.
I asked Bale to blow his dragon horn, to summon the dragon.
It's not the dragon. It's a rock.
It's a rock horn.
And he summoned a rock.
Where's that bloody dragon when you need it?
If he is the rock still there? After the Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I mean, you can fire. You've basically got 5 rounds to fire things at it as it's hopping out of the quarry. But
when he sees that the Eldritch Blast isn't doing what he wants, what he's going to try to do is now distract the rock. And he'll blow the rock horn once. It'll go.
It certainly attracts the rock's attention, and it starts making its. But it doesn't drop the giant, but it continues making its way up towards the edge. I might make a sort of. I might make it here a kind of GM intrusion to sort of push you in one direction.
Okay, but it's
Diggory. I'm going to. For Diggory, I'm going to say Diggory says, "Oh no, you don't," and grabs hold of the chain from the giant and start again as he's being lifted up out of the quarry and starts climbing up after the giant again.
Can I go after him?
Yep.
All right.
And how far down is the rock now from?
But by the next turn, he'll be 40 feet below the edge, and he's hopping fast up now to come and investigate what the horn is. He'll be up at the ledge next round.
So Claire grabs the chain yet again.
Yep.
All right. Bale, while that's all being.
Can I do an animal handling to see if I know how to deal with a rock?
The rock. Make an animal handling roll.
Right.
Or nature. Make a nature roll. It's not animal handling. Animal handling is really for domestic animals. This is nature.
He'll make a quick lasso.
Yep.
And as the rock comes on up, when it's down below, he's going to try to get the lasso over the rock's head and neck.
I know everything about this thing.
Okay. You know that rocks are incredibly powerful, and it's probably just they're not very intelligent. He probably just there's few things that will really feed a rock, and this is rock. This is the season that rock eggs, rock chicks are born. It's possibly just out hunting, looking for food big enough to feed to its chicks, and it's had the luck to come across a giant, which is one of the few things to feed it. It's not. It won't really be bothered by humanoids. They're not. You're not even a mouthful for it. But to take the giant, and with the plans of eating it, but probably if you could, if it's got this one's a female, and it'll have eggs somewhere. And if it's taking the giant for its eggs, the eggs might not be hatched. The young might not be hatched yet. It could be left in the rock's lair or nest, just unconscious next to the eggs, to be food for when the eggs hatch. And if so, you'll probably have time to revive the giant in the rock's nest and possibly escape.
Next question then. Would that be a medicine to find out how long this stupor will last on him?
On the giant?
Yes.
Do you mean the enchantment?
Yes.
Make an Arcana roll.
Alright, Arcana. I got 12.
It's feeble mind, but you don't really know the details. That's all you've sort of been able to work out.
Alright. That's what I can do then. I'll just hang on for dear life and hold on to this chain.
You're holding on for dear life. Bale, you want to a lasso big enough to go around a rock's neck is not sort of you start thinking about it, but once you've sort of thought about it, this isn't like lassoing a horse, or it's more like lassoing. You're not sure you could manipulate a sort of circle large enough to go around a rock's neck as a lasso, but you could, one of its talons maybe, but the full around its head and neck is probably isn't a weapon. It's a trap that needs to be set. And you won't have time to use a lasso on its thing, but you could get a lasso on one of its talons if you like.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'll attempt that with trying to tie it off to a large boulder.
Okay.
Is the plan? Is the plan the to minimize how fast it could fly if it took off, and hold it in place that hopefully
it
might be able to do something.
Yep. Okay. Are you gonna you make an attack roll.
All right.
As it comes over the sort of edge and you're within range.
What would I use for a modifier, if any?
Your proficiency and dexterity, I'm guessing. Yep.
Okay, then just like I would for a ranged weapon then.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty, then that will. All right.
You're proficient with all weapons, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can manipulate the lasso.
Oh, let's see here. I want to. Okay, that'll work there. Let's go up here, and boom.
Oh.
And miss.
Yep. So your lasso doesn't go anywhere. Your lasso, you throw the rope, and it just it touches the talons, but then starts plummeting down into the bottom of the quarry. And
Damn,
as the rock spreads its wings and climbs up to a place where it can launch itself into the air properly and fly away with this giant. There is the chain near you, if you want. Actually, as it sort of forced its way out of the pit as well, it dislodged one of the tripwire, the cable running from one side to the other. It broke that cable, and one bit of it's attached to it as well. You can grab hold of that cable if you like, or you can let it go.
Damn. Bale,
Diggory's trying to stabilize the giant.
The elven people are worth all to him. And this particular person is rather pricey, So yeah, Bale will grab that cable or the chain, whatever he can, and try to have a tight grip and hold, and try to get his feet in between the links if he gets the chain, so he can purchase himself for whatever ride that may be.
Okay. And you all holding on to the chain attached to the giant. Claire, you're the one best able to stabilize the unconscious giant. Would you like to try and stabilize him?
Yeah, I still got some spells. Hang on, I still got some level 1 spells. Let me see. Since, like, I climb up the chain, like, slowly and gradually as the bird takes flight, I guess.
Yep.
As long as I could touch his foot or some part of his skin, doesn't matter what. It could be a toe for, as long as it's part of him. I will cast. Let me see. I still got all level. I've got one level. I got one level 1 spell left, so I will cast at level 1 a cure wounds on him.
Okay.
So he will have 12 hit points back.
Okay.
And I get some back as well because of my cleric ability.
Okay. And as he comes round, he starts struggling again. Can you roll a d20 plus 12 against the but he's at disadvantage because he's in a grip.
All right. So with disadvantage, he got a 21.
Oh, okay. Not quite enough. The rock feels him struggling as he comes round, and again just squeezes him to unconsciousness again. The giant is too stupid to pretend or play possum, so he.
Can I use? Oh, damn it! I got no spells. I can use a cantrips. Spare the dying.
Yep, you can use spare the dying on the giant. So you stabilize the giant as you're flying towards a peak in the Serpent Hills. A high, lofty needle sticking out of the Serpent Hills with a roc's nest on top, and there the winds are buffeting you. Winds are blowing around you. You've got out of the giant of the dragon's lair and into the out of the frying pan into the fire. But you land. It flies for an hour to 2 hours fast. It's fast moving and a strong flyer, and flies to this nest, lands down, and there are 3 intact huge eggs on this nest that it drops the giant into and nuzzles. It almost doesn't notice you. You've done it a little bit of damage whilst you've moved. It nuzzles the giant. It nuzzles the giant against the eggs. Sits on the eggs for a little while, and then something attracts its attention, and it flies off, and leaving you in the rock's nest with an unconscious cloud giant and 3 large eggs. And around in the nest there are also little bits of armor. There are little bits of armor that have been ripped open and picked clean, sort of building up the nest, and a few skeletons and skeletons of bulls, bullets, young dragons. things like that.
All right. So
Owl
can I
bears,
do?
bears.
Can I do a medicine? Would it be nature or medicine to figure out how long these eggs have been sitting for?
Make a nature roll.
How big are these eggs?
They are about the size of bulls.
I don't know much about eggs then. We've got 6. I don't know where.
Size of bulls.
Yeah, I don't know when they're going to hatch. I don't know. So Claire will go over to him, listen to the egg inside to see if like any crack, like any tapping is going on inside.
Yeah, there's some sort of movement, and they're quite warm, and there's a little bit of movement in them that you're aware of.
How big are they? They're bigger than me.
Yep, they're about the size of a bull.
How many are there?
3.
Right.
Sorry about that, boys, says Diggory. I thought it was a good idea to grab hold of the rope. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention. When Bale grabbed hold of the rope, and the rock first took flight, you heard a Claire, and Gundreda came running over and grabbed hold of the rope, the trailing rope as well, and attached herself to the rope. So there's Gundreda in the nest as well now.
Oh my god! I told her to stay behind at the
she jumped
village.
When Diggory, I thought I'd mentioned this, but I hadn't mentioned it. I haven't mentioned it this session. When Diggory appeared through the teleportation circle, as you saw each other, and he said, "Claire." There was a last moment, "Claire," and you heard Gundreda's voice, and she jumped through the teleportation as it was closing and disappeared. And so Gundreda has rejoined you.
Okay, I say to Diggory, Diggory, have you ever heard the stories of cuckoo birds?
I've heard many tales. How about you, Bale? You're outdoor ranger.
We're all cuckoo birds for being here.
Well, Claire says to you, I know it sounds evil and cruel, but if we wish to survive and help this giant, I suggest we push out these eggs over the nest.
Why do that?
Why? Because I don't know how long these things will last for. One, I don't know if they're going to hatch right now or in about a couple of days' time. I don't know how long they've been.
Why don't we just get out of here?
We're here to save the giant.
Yeah, and what's wrong with the giant? He can get himself out.
Yeah, but the problem is we don't know how long his stupor lasts for.
Well, whether it lasts for a short time or a long time, survival lasts from the beginning to the end. He may realize survival, and like that, I can get him to go. I think after me by taunting him.
Well, let's see if I can get him around then. Claire goes over to him and tries to medically, because I've got the heal box for my background.
You took the
healer pack.
You took the feat of healer, didn't you?
Yes. So can I use that to give him 1d4 hit points back? It's
not 1d4. It's is it 1d4? Is it 1? I can't remember, but yeah. Make a roll.
All right, cool. All right, and he gets 2 hit points back.
Okay.
And then with my medical.
Well, do you have to make a medicine roll for that?
I
think
believe
so.
so.
Yes,
Make a DC 15 medicine roll.
woohoo! Just
Yep.
made it.
Just. So you tend to the giant. It's a different species. It's difficult, but you bring him round and he comes round. Says, oh, you beat me.
I speak very slowly. Yes, but we are in bird. I do like a little hand signal, like with bird, big, type thing. Nest, like that, and point to these giant eggs.
Again, he looks puzzled and he screws up his face trying to remember something, but he doesn't really remember it. And
I say, follow me. Come this way. I sort of wave my hands, like, give him like directions to come, follow me.
What is Bale doing?
Bale is climbing over on the outside edge of the nest, looking for a way to climb down and out, and hollering, "You still haven't caught me, you ugly gnome!"
Don't! Oh, damn it! I was trying to do this peacefully, like just trying to get him to follow. We beat him fair and square, and he should be all right by now.
Make a perception roll, both of you.
All right. Perception roll. Okay, I got 15.
Yeah. Well,
I got
Bale notices it first. Bale, you the ripped out armor in the nest still has a backpack attached to it.
All right. Well, go on through the backpack while if we notice that prior to awaken this large gnome.
Okay. You find it's basically an explorer's pack, but the food has gone off, and it also has a scroll case in there.
Open up the scroll case. See if there's. Shake the scroll case upside down. See if there's a scroll inside.
Yep, there is.
And we'll open the scroll up to see if he could read it.
How does this work with rangers? I don't know if I've ever done a. Can anybody read a scroll, or only the caster can? There seem to be spells on the.
Okay, I think it depends on the
Spell.
The spell and like that. But give me a second. I'll look in the DMG for guidance.
Actually, this would be a good moment just to take. I need to take a nature break. So let's have a couple of minutes.
Okay. All right, and I'll look that up and let's see here. Come here, Bubba. And I want to in here. How do I find it in here? Oh yeah, I'll do it this way.
So. Oh.
Okay, as it says here on page 139 in the DMG, any creature that can understand a written language can read the arcane script on a scroll and attempt to activate it.
Sorry, I was only half concentrating.
Okay, any creature
Mm-hmm.
that can understand a written language
Uh-huh.
can read the arcane script on a scroll and attempt to activate it.
Uh-huh. So
I think they worded it that way so that monsters that can read can also use them.
Right. Okay. So there are
But let's see here. I'm not totally done.
Okay.
Because it says attempt, so that means that there's a little more.
Yep.
And this is a variant scroll mishaps. A creature who tries and fails to cast a spell from a spell scroll must make a DC 10 intelligence saving throw. If the saving throw fails, roll on the scroll mishap table.
What page are you on, please, for this one?
139 and 140.
139. Okay.
The variant on scroll mishaps is 140.
Right. Let me bring that up.
So the DC is 10, if I read that right. Must make an intelligence saving throw of 10.
Well, that's if you choose to cast it, but guessing to know what's on it, you don't need anything other than
to read
to be able to read.
Yeah.
So, this scroll has on it 3 spells. It has Heat Metal,
Okay.
Daylight, and Heal.
Okay. Roll it back on up and put it in his pack. We'll take the rat and the rations that have turned that are in that pack.
No, they've just totally disappeared by now. They're not even remnants of.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I was going to leave it back there for the egglets, but take the pack. Take the extra pack. We may need it, and Bale will do what he said he was going to do. Get over there, taunt the dragon to try to get
taunt the dragon.
Yeah, and not dragon. Yeah, he does that too.
Not the dragon,
but the giant. To get him to hopefully follow him out of the nest and get ourselves on the way.
It will be a long climb down from this rock's nest.
All right.
Actually, but Diggory has won a rope of climbing. So if you attach yourself to your rope of climbing, I'm not going to even make rolls. You can just gradually attach it to one thing, climb down a bit, attach it to another thing, climb down a bit, and you'll all be attached and sort of just you'll probably be tired by the time you're getting out, but it'll be, you won't need to, there's no chance of falling. David, are you still there? Oh, I haven't heard.
I see him there, but I see his
Yep.
his overlay, his avatar. But he may have went and got something.
Yep.
I think that's him right there.
Are you there, David?
Or maybe it was just the kids
Background
talking.
noise, Yep. Yep, I think so.
So the 13th, good for you?
13th. Oh, the 13th is the next session, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let me just. I haven't checked the. Let me have a quick check of the of my time, but I think so. I can't see any reason why not.
I am back.
If it is a problem, let me know. We'll just.
I don't think it will be a problem. Which day of the week is it?
It should be a Wednesday.
Let's have a look. That's the one with Moss, isn't it?
Yeah, with Mossfoot.
Yep. Oh, wait on. No, I wasn't checking on the right events page, but I still think it'll be fine. 13th.
Like I said, I can adjust.
Are you
as long as the other guys?
Yep, that's fine for me.
Okay. 3 p.m. our
That's 9 p.m. my time.
Yep.
There's a chance I might be a few minutes late. I don't finish work until 8:30, so I've got 30 minutes to come home.
That's not a big deal.
But yeah, it's a case of a few minutes. 15 minutes at the most.
Yeah, I think the majority of the guys there that are in that game are European. I think the only one that's not is Lionel. I think he falls in the same time zone I do. So as far as that,
yeah. So it's harder for you guys.
Well, it's not.
Harder for him anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Easy enough for me to adjust because that's afternoon for me.
Yep.
Same for him.
So, David, just to Bale, were you taking the contents of the backpack discreetly or not?
No, because I didn't say I was, and this is all a little bit retcon.
Everyone's as you're. Oh, sorry, you take over. Describe what happened.
Bale just pops it out, looks at the scroll, pops it back on in, throws it in the pack, grabs the pack, throws it over his arm, and then starts going over the side, taunting the giant. Oversized gnome, you can't catch nothing.
Yep. So you did notice that Bale found a scroll in the backpack that was on the eaten out man in armor, and he had a quick look at the scroll and then put it away again. As you bring the giant round, what would you like to do, Claire?
I'm guessing Claire will sort of say, "Hey, as I look at that scroll, that might come in handy," type thing. You say.
When we get out of trouble.
So, with the stubborn elf, and he's too stubborn. You should. Gundred is saying he's below us now. You should cut the rope. Cut the rope.
I should have kicked her off.
It's your chance.
I let her do it. There you
go. But using Diggory's magic rope that he got from the elves after his amazing climb, you are able to climb down. But even so, it's an incredible way. You're buffeted by winds, and just climbing this far will take an athletics check, DC 15, and you won't fall, but you might have a level of exhaustion by the time you've got down from this chimney.
As long as the giant is following us, I don't care. I mean,
the giant is coming with you.
Alright, I just keep I let Bale go ahead, type thing, so it doesn't make the giant more angry. And guide the giant with my sort of voice this way. So do I have to roll persuasion to make it come this way?
No, it's still got survival instinct, and it vaguely remembers the rock and knows it's in danger and wants to move out.
Okay, as long as Claire to stay with the giant with Gondrella and just guide it as much as she can.
Make your athletics. It won't be attached to the rope, because if it falls, it'll drag you all with it. So it's free, but it's got a much greater grip than you. So it's making a. Can you roll for it? If you roll a 1 on the d20, it falls. If you roll a 1 or a 2, it will fall.
What's its?
It's got plus 12. It's got plus 12 and d12 plus 12 and the.
All right.
Okay, 20 plus 12. Okay. So that's enough. It climbs down with you. It's got a better grip, and you finally get to a place 1,000 feet, 1,200 feet below the nest, where the cliff finally ends, and you can walk rather than climb.
All right. Once we get to the ground,
and you you made your roll. How about Charles? Charlie made it. Everybody made their roll.
Yeah.
I got a 20. Nat crit.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah. So once we get to the ground and we're all safely to the ground, I'll pull out the ring slowly and see how it responds, and say, "Do you remember this item?" Like that.
While Claire's doing that, Bale will take out the scroll and cast heal from the scroll onto him.
Okay. So let's have a look at what you need to roll. Claire shows him the image.
Slowly though.
Yep. And whilst he does so, make a DC intelligence save. DC 10 intelligence save, please. Is it just straight DC 10?
Yeah, it's just a straight DC 10 intelligence save, and
that's nah. Oof.
It's up to you. It's a variant, so.
It says tries and fails. How do you fail?
If you don't make, I'm surmising if you don't make that DC 10.
I think there's a different rule, but I can't remember what it is.
All right.
So what does the giant need to save?
It's not the giant. It's Bale.
All right.
Bale is trying to cast a spell from this scroll, and
let's see here.
Okay, I'll look under magic items. Just one moment. Sorry about this. I should have looked this up before.
Let's see here. 1d6.
Okay. What you need to do is make a on
the
spellcasting ability check, DC 16.
I failed.
Okay.
And on the scroll mishap, I rolled a 5.
So, what's that?
The caster suffers a minor but bizarre effect related to the spell. Such effects last only as long as the original spell's duration, or 1d10 minutes for spells that take effect instantaneously. For example, a fireball might cause smoke to billow from the caster's ears for 1d10 minutes.
Okay. So describe what you're doing in the background, Bale, as Claire is.
I got the scroll up. I'm reading the heal spell, and I'm going to put my hand over onto the giant to have it take effect the best way I was trying to read. And as Claire was doing her thing, she bumped my hand inadvertently, and it hit, but it caused some strange effects. And it would heal the giant. Let's see here. Let's see. Let me look at the spell. Spells. There we are. Come on.
So the spell would act normally, but you have a bizarre.
Yeah.
Is that what happens?
That's the way I kind of read it.
Yeah, because it's not. I'm just reading through the other ones, and that it just seems that the spell does take effect. It just.
Yeah, and it's instantaneous, so I got to roll a 1d10, or you can, for how long it would be.
Yeah.
Choose a creature within range. Oh, it's within range. So yeah, I thought I had to touch. I thought it was range touch. A creature, a surge of positive energy washes through the creature, causing it to regain 70 hit points. The spell also ends blindness, deafness, and any disease affecting the target. The spell has no effect on constructs or undead. So you can figure out. I'll leave you on the hook and throw you underneath the bus to figure out the bizarre effect. Let's see here. We'll roll 1d10 here to see how many minutes.
Well, did you roll? Did you roll a intelligence save and fail, or did it just?
I failed. I failed.
You failed the intelligence fail as well. So okay,
that was a 4. That was that 4 up there, and then
right.
5 was on the table, and the 9 is for how many minutes?
Okay, so
damn. I should have rolled physical dice this game, but I was having fun with seeing the digital dice, how they were doing for me today. I think I'm going to, because I got another game later this evening, and I think I'm going to use physical dice. the way Roll20's working for me today. Not that it's worked that bad, but. And hopefully that cures his feeble mind.
Yes, it does, but you've slightly miscast it, and for the next, I don't know how many minutes is, you are
9
feeble-minded.
Okay. For the next nine minutes.
You passed on the feeble mind to yourself,
Okay.
and the giant, as you show the giant the ring, as you show the giant the ring, the giant frowns and reaches out for the ring from you.
And I give it to him and I say,
This
please
is,
remember.
This is Esclerota's ring, he says, looking at it.
Ah, thank goodness you are back to normal, my liege.
Who are you?
I am Claire Valentine. We've been sent by your wife to come and rescue you. You've been under the effects of a witch giant that's messed around with your mind and made you forget your loved ones, your daughter, everything about you. You was picked up by a massive bird, a rock.
Stop.
Sure.
So this rock took me, and no, a rock cannot use magic. What?
No, the witch did. A witch giant did.
This requires a reckoning. How is my wife? Where is she now?
She's worried. She's worried sick about you.
Bale, you cannot speak at the moment.
Yeah, she is.
He's going to try to sputter.
Yeah, she's worried sick about you and wishes for you to safe return. That is why we are here, to rescue you, my liege.
He looks around. I am far from home, but my home moves. Where was my castle? Where is my castle? Where is my wife?
I tell him the last location that we was at. I say we were above the Elven village. I tell him the location because I can't remember out of character. Everesca, yes.
Well, he doesn't know Everesca, actually. He says the Sheerdim Mountains.
Yes, the Sheerdim Mountains.
This is 150 kilometers from here. 100 miles from here, Sheerdim.
Bale will be blowing bubbles with his drool that's coming out the side of his mouth as he's trying to.
But anyway, we need to get moving and get down and hopefully get you back to the castle, and hopefully your wife will help us defeat the mighty green dragon, because she wishes to get her vengeance upon him.
I remember the green dragon had plans against my castle, but it could not overcome my magic, my weather magic. It could get nowhere near the flying castle.
But yes, your wife has had much issues with this green dragon, because this green dragon has been threatening your wife with your life. So hopefully
we must get back, but how?
We walk.
No.
Hop, blah, blah, hop, blah, poop, poop, hop. Bell will say.
But if you know any spells yourself, great giant, any magics,
I could help us. I could carry you and fly. That will speed us a little bit, but I cannot fly for long. He looks around.
All right, then make it quick.
Bale will blow a big bubble and point to it and go, oh.
What? Oh. Is this your friend?
Yes. Apparently, the effects, the spell that you were under had effect on your intelligence. It made you not as smart as you were now. Feeble-minded, my liege. The witch.
This is evil magic indeed.
Yes. The witch was very strong.
I need to get back. Tell me, you say my wife and daughter is in danger from...
Yes. The green dragon the green dragon won.
I need to get back quickly, but
yes,
flying is I cannot fly for. It will take even flying. It would take a day or perhaps two to get back there, and I cannot fly for a day. I cannot fly for longer than a few minutes, maybe an hour at the most.
Well,
if we walk, and even if I walk, is that a rock's nest?
yes. We just climbed out of it, my liege. It was the rock that picked you up and scooped you out of the mining facility that you was trapped in.
Rocks are no friends to giants, to dragons. They
Yes.
were our allies, our steeds once. And
Yes.
maybe they can be trained to be our steeds again. Made to remember the lordship of giants.
Well, there's no time for talking. It is time to get moving and time for action. Come, let us get going as fast as we can.
The fastest way would be by rock.
But these things are not even hatched, my lord.
Not the babies, the mother.
I think the mother would not be able to talk to you.
I do not require its conversation. I require it to serve me, to fly me there.
I don't think it will.
It will remember its duties to a giant.
It sees you as food.
I will teach it otherwise, but not now. I feel weak.
Indeed. So
Maybe if we find a place to rest,
hmm
we can rest. I can regain my strength. And are you useful in a fight?
I almost killed you.
You almost killed me when I did not have my intelligence and my wits about me. I am more of a prospect now.
Indeed, you are.
But I'm not sure I am but alone I am not. I'm not a match for this dragon. But if we were to overcome a rock, we can get back faster, and mounted on a rock against this dragon, we could provide it with a mighty challenge.
All right. Well, I don't know if it will listen to you, but
It does not need to listen. Rocks were our steeds. They were bred by Aman, the father of giants, back in the times of troubles before the dawning of the Dawn Wars, between the giants and the dragons, and
what
they
they're
will be
saying-
reminded of their old duties.
All right. Well, as long as you know how to train it and know what you're doing, that's fine. Let's go and find a place to rest, and you can tell us how to capture this thing.
We need to subdue it.
All right. Come on then. Let's climb down this rock. Let's go find somewhere out of its view and somewhere where we can rest.
He sniffs the air and looks around, sniffs the air a bit, and says, how about that cave up there? If we rest in that cave,
All right.
the rock will not be able to get in there. And then once we have our strength back, we can beat the rock and then fly to the Sheradim. And
All right.
from a height, with a rock as our servant, we can take on the green dragon. What say you?
I say yay. I'm not going to disagree with a big massive giant. I mean, I'm spot myself.
Bale will say, oh, brr, brr, and pointing at the
But
bubble.
even
that
so-
is wrong.
One, you don't really, with one intelligence, you don't really understand what they're saying, but there's that glimmering little bit in your brain that understands that they want to attack dragon. That's the only thing that that gets.
But Bale's real impressed that he has this big bubble that he blew from his from his drool, and he's pointing at it, really pleased with himself.
Yes. So let's take you to the cave then, my liege.
Claire, no. Gundreda says, he's improved so much like this. I hope it lasts.
Well, he has been stupefied. I don't know how long for, but yes, it is a nice look on him.
It's so much better. He's so much more amusing like this.
Yes, indeed. But anyway, oh yes. Did I ever give Bale back his bow?
No, you haven't.
I'll keep it for now until he gets back his senses.
He didn't give you it back last time, did he?
No, because we didn't. You
didn't actually meet. Yeah,
we didn't actually meet.
Okay.
No,
so,
he's been using one of the long bows from the goblins.
You know what? I'm gonna do something really, really cool. I go turn to Gundreda and say, you know what, Gundreda?
What, Claire?
She pulls out Bale's bow and says, do you know what this is?
It's Bale's bow.
How would you like to practice with it?
And
play around with it a bit. Since he would not let you practice your archery with a mighty bow.
I'll try.
Yes.
He says.
I mean, I know how to use a bow, but this bow is quite unique. And I know that you're a very dexterous little girl. And I know that she has a short bow, but if she can master a long bow, so in other words, like Claire is going to show her.
She tries, but she doesn't really have the strength or the sort of height yet for a long bow. But she does try with it.
I mean, yeah. So I let her like sort of handle the bow and let her carry it for a bit until she gets used to it a bit. So yeah, I said but don't break it because I don't want Bale to get mad. Okay.
Any more mad than he normally is.
Yes.
But no, I wouldn't like him to get mad again. He's at last he's showing some signs of sanity.
Yes. But once he's out of his stupor, if you give it back to him, but he has to come up with he has to agree not to call you a hag anymore. If he yes, in other words, like it has to be like if he wishes it back, he has to agree and give his word as an elf and as to his family and swear by his forefathers and his forefathers and on his elven blood not to call you a hag anymore. Because I know that he will keep his word as an elf. not to do it anymore. There you go. So if you do that, and then then give him back the bow.
I'll see.
Yes.
He says, twinging on the bowstring.
Yes. Yes. That's one way of stopping saying that the hag word to her. Because I know that Bale would keep his word as an elf like that.
Oh, he would. He would if he ever gave it. But I.
Well, so far he has kept all his words, and Claire knows. And Claire knows that he keeps to his things. So yeah. After leading the party to the cave where the giant recommends, take a long rest.
At this time, Digger is exhausted. All of you take a long rest, and Bale, you come round.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to describe that?
Bale, who was got bored playing with his drool and bubbles and fell asleep.
Mm-hmm. Or went into a trance. The
Yeah,
nearest to sleep that you get.
yeah.
So you come round, and actually by the time you come round, everyone else will be asleep in the cave. There's a rumbling. You come round to the rumbling of a giant, sort of sleeping on his back, snoring. You look round and you see you, you see Diggory on guard, and the rest are asleep. And Kamal is next to Gundreda.
Bale will go right straight to Kamal and pick it straight up with as much force as he can. If there's any kind of grip on it,
No,
from anybody, he'll yank it out,
and it hums with satisfaction as you grab it,
and he'll feel like it's been tainted.
It's got there are little signs of claw marks on it and things like that. And there's the patina of dragon breath all over it, and there are a few sort of little dents or little notches on it. You remember the goblin woman telling you that the dragon tried to destroy it but couldn't.
But
how it got here, you're not really sure.
No, Bale will be trying to clean it as best that he can.
Okay.
Make sure it's in good shape and as best he can out in the field. But he's going to know that it feels violated. And he's going to definitely be seeking a way to cleanse that violation.
Any idea what you will do to cleanse the violation? Except bathe it in hag's blood or dragon's blood.
Well, he will be thinking about bathing in green dragon's blood.
Okay.
As far as that, as far as the hag business, yeah, he's gonna still not care a lot for hags and like that, and he's gonna be scratching his head as how it got there and why it was laying by Grundretta and Claire. He's going to ponder all this, but I'm sure he'll find out when they wake up.
So, what would you like to do? Would you like to leave it here, or would you like to battle the rock today?
I think this is a good spot to leave it, and hopefully we can get Travis.
Yep.
And like that for that battle.
Indeed.
How about you, David? Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we do need our dwarf.
Yep. I mean, you've got a cloud giant boss with you as well, but
do we recover all our hit points and spells back?
You have a long rest. So, yep.
God. I needed that. I almost died.
You were down to practically zero, but you weren't dead. There's still, but it was a tough fight. Well,
It was good. It was fun. It was thematic.
And that-
I mean,
that was an epic move that you did.
Epic punch. Yep.